the top selling clothing brands on eBay in the UK. So first of all, we've got to be looking at Abercrombie and Fitch. Abercrombie and Fitch, a very popular American company, very famous on eBay for selling cargo shorts. Cargo shorts are the biggest seller for Abercrombie and Fitch, and they do demand quite high values. You're looking at about £30 to £50 on these shorts, but the sell-through rate is really good. Adidas, we could talk about Adidas all day, and that is for another video, but I'm just going to cover very briefly some of the special collaborations and lines that sell well with Adidas. Now first of all, we're looking at Adidas shorts. In particular, we're looking at the Adidas Special. Now these shorts command very high values, as you can see here. This is the logo that you will see on the Adidas Special, and also these are the sort of patterns that you'll see on the short for the Special, and of course the label. It's not just these shorts that sell really well, but also vintage Adidas shorts, particularly 1980s and 1990s. And these are the sort of labels that you want to be looking at for the 1980s, and for the 1990s and late 80s, this sort of label. Also look out for the Whale Bonner line. This is what the label looks like, because these shorts command really high values. And of course we've got Adidas swimwear. Adidas swimwear, even pre-owned, is really highly sought after and can fetch quite a lot of money. So now we're moving on to bags. So first of all, we're going to look at the Gucci collaboration bags, because they fetch in the hundreds. And then we've got this special line. Also, you want to be looking out for the vintage Adidas bags that were made in Kitely, Leeds. These were done by Peter Black. A lot of these bags are very colourful, a lot of them are leather, and they do fetch high values, particularly in good condition. Condition is everything. The t-shirts, Adidas t-shirts, they can be very popular too, and this is just a whole nother video. I'm going to have to cover this, but again, it's the Special. That's the line you're looking for. And on the pre-owned market, these can command high values. Also look out for vintage 1980s and 90s Adidas shirts, because they fetch very good money. Next, we're going to look at All Saints, and in particular the All Saints leather jacket. These are really highly sought after. As you can see, these coats fetch in the hundreds. It's not just the leather but the sheepskin, and this is the tag you want to be looking out for. Got to be careful with these though, because they were quite highly faked, and I'm going to be doing a different video for them at a later date. With All Saints, you want to be looking out mainly for the jackets. Some of the shirts can do quite well, but you're looking for the colourful and the ones that stand out in particular, because the others are very hard to sell. The next one to look out for is Altberg boots. These are like all-terrain military style combat boots. A lot of them are Gore-Tex, and they fetch a lot of money. Even on the second-hand market, as you can see, a lot of these boots are going for 90, 80 and that sort of money. So this is what the boots look like underneath. You'll see a little logo in the centre, and they'll have this little tag inside mentioning that they're combat boots, and of course the Altberg logo printed inside. Aquascutum is a line that specialises in hats and caps, and they're very colourful. You'll see the check patterns on them, and these fetch a lot of money on eBay. As you can see, many of them are fetching into the hundreds. very colourful, very easy to identify. You'll see that the logo is written at the back of the cap on the strap part, and also they do like the bucket hats, they do the flat caps. The next brand is called Balenciaga. I've never heard of these before, and these do like lightweight boots and trainers, and again they do fetch quite a lot of money on the second-hand market. Very good sell-through rate, very popular. Condition is the main thing, of course, with all of them, but they all have a very similar design. But they also do like the trainer version too. So this is what the stamps look like. Balenciaga stamped on the side, and then of course it's stamped under the sole of the shoes, and the tags always have made in Italy on them. So next we've got Barbour. Everybody knows this brand, but we're going to be talking about the popular sellers for Barbour on eBay, and that is hats. Hats have a really good sell-through rate, not just the ladies but also the men's. They do flat caps, bucket hats, and these roughly fetch from £30 to £40 a time. This is what the stamp would look like inside, and this is what these bucket hats look like. Very popular at festivals. Next one is Berghaus. Berghaus has actually been around for quite a long time, and some of these vintage coats command quite a lot of money. As you can see here, some of these jackets can fetch into the hundreds. The vintage labels are very primitive. The stitching is pretty poor and the quality is not very good, but they do fetch a lot of money. And this is what the modern labels look like. Whether it's vintage or modern, Berghaus coats are very popular and have a very good sell-through rate. So if you do see one of these, it's always worth picking up, but you've got to be very careful with fakes. Billabong too is a good surfing brand with a very good sell-through rate, particularly on surfing shorts and also swimwear. So if ever you see any of these, pick them up, because if you can see here, they do fetch quite a lot of money. This is what the logo and the stamp looks like, and they can range from anything to £15 up to £70. The next thing you want to look for is a sandal brand called Birkenstock. Now these old sandals can fetch a lot of money, even if they're quite worn out. Some of them can fetch into the hundreds. So you can find the Birkenstock name carved into the bottom of the sole. That's one way of identifying them. Also they'll have the label stamped inside, and they're normally made in Germany. So next up we've got the famous working brand turned fashion brand, Cat, and the Caterpillar boots in particular fetch a lot of money. The steel toe cap Caterpillar working boots can fetch up to £90. So this is basically what the tags look like on the Caterpillar. A lot of them will have made in USA or Europe or various different countries, and some of the non-steel toe cap boots are still very fashionable and can fetch a lot of money. Sticking with famous workwear turned fashion brand, we're looking at Carhaart's. Carhaart jackets in particular can fetch insane amounts of money. This is the label you want to be looking out for on the Carhaart. And as you can see here, some of these jackets fetching into the hundreds. So primarily, the higher brand Carhaart are the vintage brands. And these are all the different labels that you want to be looking out for. To wrap our video up today, we're looking at Charles Tyrwhitt shirts. Now these fashionable shirts, there's not a lot of money on them to be made, but they've got a very good sell-through rate. And normally if you pick up these shirts, you're looking at anything in between £15 to £30 on a regular basis. That concludes the A to C top brands on eBay. I will also be doing a follow-up video soon, so if you found the content useful, do hit the like, do hit the subscribe, and I'll be bringing you more content like this soon. Thanks for watching, everyone.